Hello, this is Gray Hughes of Gray Hughes Investigates on YouTube. Please like, share, and subscribe, and hit that subscribe button and like button right out of the gate, okay? Don't hesitate. Hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. Now, this video right here is going to show you why Richardallen is guilty based on the probable cause in a very easy to digest format, quickly, and there'll be other information in it as well, and I hope you understand it. There's no hobgoblin, there is no Odinist. It is Richardallen who killed Abby and Libby. And here's why. Richardallen told Dan Doolin back in 2017 in February that he was at the bridge from 1:30 to 3:30. Later he claimed, in October of 2022, that he was there from noon to 1:30. That is a verifiable lie by Richardallen. Richardallen's vehicle was spotted driving by the Hoosier Harvest Store. Now you might say, how do we know that's Richardallen's vehicle? It might have looked similar. Well, here's why. Because Richardallen himself said that he got there at 1:30 and he left around 3:30 in his original interview. He said after he parked his car at the abandoned building, he walked to the Freedom Bridge, and just after he got to the Freedom Bridge, he passed 3 girls as he was entering onto the trails. The 3 girls that saw him also are witnesses in the case, and they have a verified image of at 1:26 right here at this bench. And they're heading this direction as Richardallen is coming in. And that absolutely verifies that this vehicle was his, and it parked here. He got out, walked this direction, probably passed these girls at 1:33, and these girls were at this bench at 1:26 heading this direction. They saw him, and he saw them. So at this point, we have Richardallen locked in as being the person that these 3 girls saw. Now, they all described him slightly differently. However, they saw him and he admits to seeing them, but one says he's wearing all black, one says light blue jeans, light blue jacket, the other one says light blue jeans and a dark blue jacket. And so they're consistent with each other, but we know that they all saw the same person. So that means we have it locked in right here that this is Richardallen. Then Richardallen, it takes maybe 13 minutes, maybe 12 minutes walking a little bit quicker from here to the bridge. So let's say 1:45-ish, he makes it over here, right? Now Betsy Blair, she got here at the parking area at 1:47. Or 1:46 she drove by here, so let's just say 1:46:30 she gets right here. Then she gets out of her car, and she's there to exercise, so she is walking with pace, and it takes like 5-6 minutes to get down here, so she likely made it to the bridge at something like 1:53, which is not too long after Richardallen, maybe 8 minutes. And Richardallen stated that he was standing on platform 1. When Betsy Blair got right here at the start of the bridge, she looked out and saw a man standing on platform 1. Her description was that he was wearing light blue jeans, a dark blue jacket, and maybe a hoodie, something like that. But I think it was mainly just light blue jeans and a light blue jacket. Richardallen described himself as wearing light blue jeans, a dark blue or black Carhartt jacket with a hoodie, and some sort of head covering, which is exactly what, in a few moments, a suspect will look like that Libby filmed on her camera. So this time right here, let's just say it's 1:54, 1:53 or so when Betsy Blair gets to right here. And in the meantime, Abby and Libby were dropped off right here at 1:49. So they're, 2.5 to 3 minutes behind Betsy Blair. They get out and they start walking, but they're just kind of walking casually down the path. And Betsy Blair turns around and passes them right here. And we know for certain that that is Abby and Libby. She says she believes it's Abby and Libby, but we know it is because of the timing on the camera. She got out, walked this direction, then turned around and came back. Abby and Libby got out and walked this direction. Betsy Blair passed them right here. Then the girls continued on, and the next person they're going to see is Richardallen standing right here on platform 1. Now, interestingly, Betsy Blair continues walking this direction, and she likely goes all the way over to the Freedom Bridge, turns around, comes back, and finishes her walk and gets to her car at 2:13. But she did not see another person looking like Richardallen during that entire walk all the way up to here and back. That means Richardallen is still in this area right here. For certain. She turned up this way. That means he has to be in this area at this time. Then around 2 o'clock, before Betsy Blair finished her walk, Abby and Libby reached the bridge here. Now, I believe that Richardallen was standing on platform 1 and then passed the girls and sort of hid up in the woods here back further, watching what they were doing. And the reason I believe that is because there's a photograph of the full length of the bridge, probably taken at 2:02, 2:03, maybe 2:04, of the full length of the bridge, and you cannot see anybody in the distance filming towards the northwest portion of the bridge. There's nobody coming towards them on the bridge. Then at 2:07, Libby takes another photograph of Abby back this direction, and there are no people on the bridge in the background or anything other than Abby. Okay, so we know at that point he's out of sight. But I think then the girls continued across the bridge. Then Richardallen from back here followed, waited and watched. And then when they were a certain distance across, he made his move. The girls took this photograph at 2:07. That's when Libby took the photograph. And then at 2:13, Libby's camera right here films Richardallen wearing exactly what Richardallen said he was wearing. Exactly what Betsy Blair described him as wearing. Now, Betsy Blair has a different description of him in terms of his hair and the age and so forth. Very similarly to the other 3 girls who had different descriptions of the clothing. None of them knew that day that they were supposed to remember what somebody looked like. And then after this, Richardallen, who owns a Sig Sauer P226, pulls out his gun. Abby says, "Is that a gun?" He's got a gun. There's a click sound, and the girls are forced down the hill right here after Richardallen said, "Guys." They were made to go down the hill, and he took them over here to the crime scene. Now, another interesting fact is that after Betsy Blair left at 2:13, not another person, you can even say probably at like 1:55 in this area, not another person. There were multiple people who showed up on the trails. Not one of them saw a person resembling Richardallen or the person on the bridge in Libby's video. And the reason that none of them saw that person is because he's over here at the crime scene. Now, at 3:57 up here, a person named Sarah Carbaugh apparently saw somebody muddy and bloody. But to be honest with you, I don't even care about Sarah Carbaugh's sighting. It doesn't lock anything in. It doesn't complete anything. It doesn't do anything. What we know for certain is that Richardallen is this person right here. Richardallen is the person right there. And we also know that Richardallen is the person in Libby's video right here. It is Richardallen. He is the killer. Now, if we go over to Adobe Premiere here to just do a visual representation here, here is the guy on the bridge. Now, first of all, there is audio on Richardallen's cell phone still where he says his name. And you'll hear that first. Listen.
Rick, guys.
Here, so it was Rick, guys. That sounds very similar to me. Listen to that again.
Rick, guys.
Very similar.
Rick.
Cable snap.
Now, he has these other times where he's saying cable snaps. Now, I think when he's on that gondola, he sounds a little different because he's more relaxed. He's not like stern or anything like that. He's just saying it like that. The Rick and guys is very, very similar. All right, so that's just an observation. This is just circumstantial. All right, now let's move it forward to this. So there's a close-up of the suspect on the bridge, who is Richardallen. Okay, so just know in your head that that is Richardallen that you're looking at right there. Now watch this. These are different images. When he was playing pool, one's a photograph and 3 of them are still frames from a video, or 4 of them are. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a photograph. I think these images right here are very, very consistent with the bridge guy. Look at the shape here and then in there and here and here and here and here. That looks very consistent to the bridge guy because it is Richardallen. Now let's move it forward to a shot of the full length of the body. Now there is Richardallen on the bridge. Now watch this. These are actual photographs of Richardallen out in public at a park. Now look how similar the body shape is here. It's really quite startling. All right, so let me show you something here. If you take that and you can move it to the side, look at the shoulder there. It matches right up to the shoulder. His feet are the same. Look at that, boom, right there. And then look at the right arm. I flipped the image so you can see. It looks like his right hand is right where his pocket would be, and it slides right by the hand in that picture here. You also can see that he has a longer torso and shorter legs than usual, all right? So I think when you look at this, the body shape is incredibly consistent with Richardallen. I know a lot of people want to pretend that it's Ron Logan, but Ron Logan looks absolutely nothing like this image. There's people out there that irresponsibly take an image and then of the bridge guy and then a picture of Ron Logan and then do these little merging, stages of morphing to turn into the other person, and people go, oh, look at that, look. The way you do it is something like this, where you take actual known full images and just compare. This right here shows that their look is extremely consistent. All right? So this is all I'm showing you on this video. I'll put out another one that's more structured, but I wanted to get this out there and have people watch it. And if you can't see how in the previous section that Richardallen is locked into this location right here, the 3 girls saw him. He's locked into being the guy that Betsy Blair saw on platform 1. He's also locked into being the person in Libby's video. And remember, the video is only 6 minutes after Libby's photograph of Abby on the bridge. If you can't see that, then you might as well check yourself into a mental facility stat. All right? So thank you all very much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you could leave a comment in the comment section, I would also appreciate it. It helps the algorithm. All right? Now hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you all very much for watching. And as I always say, until next time, be safe out there.